What is up, guys? It is officially the countdown to the 2022 Minnesota rifle season opener. Tomorrow morning kicks off bright and early. I had to run out to my deer stand because I moved one of my bow stands to a better rifle spot, so I needed to trim some branches. So I'm going to do a quick review on this saw. Soccer sent me this saw. I thought, this would be a perfect saw to throw in the side-by-side to go trim branches on deer stands or pack in your bag. So I'm going to do a quick review at the end of this video. But right now I found a video that I've never put out on the channel in my folders of a deer hunt many years back. So I'm going to play that on my way out. Quick product review at the end. Stay tuned.
That is the first time I've shot a rifle out of this deer stand. It is loud. Wow. Good morning, guys. Another episode of Up North Outdoor Madness. Second week of the Minnesota whitetail season. I haven't had a good buck on trail camera. I have not had a good buck sighting. Dad's the only one that's had a good buck sighting on our land. Had a nice dry doe come in without any fawns. Big doe. I'm sitting there and she's trying to get the camera set up. She's going around the stand and I'm debating. There could be a buck coming. There could be a big buck on the trail. The bucks right now are chasing does. But she's 20 yards away and she's a big doe and I just can't turn that down. Looked like a good shot. Like I said, I had her 20 yards. I pinned the crosshairs right behind her shoulder. Looked like a good shot. She buckled. These windows in this deer stand are pretty small, so I wasn't able to follow her with the camera and see where she went and how far, but I don't think she's going far. Steph decided to sleep in this morning, and I've kind of wanted to get a few deer on camera this season, so I think this afternoon I'm going to sit with my dad. He's got that big buck that he's had 3 opportunities at and just hasn't got a perfect broadside shot. He's been chasing does hard. So you know what, I'm going to get this doe out of the way. I'm going to fill my tag. I'm going to put some meat on the pole. All the deer that were shot last weekend were some of our friends from the city, so all those deer went south. We have 0 deer on the pole at the Peters farm so far. Well, we should have 1 now, so I'm going to wait a couple minutes. I don't think she's probably 30 yards away, but whew, it's been a while. I haven't shot a deer in a while. Whew. I'm always holding out till the last minute. And then we're holding out till the last minute of muzzleloader season. And then we're trying to rush a doe in there to get meat in the freezer. And it's like, this year I want to get out and do some early waste fishing. Yeah, I just kept replaying that doe was at, I don't even think it was 20 yards, 15 yards. At one point she was at the base of the ladder, or base of the stairs of the stand, and she knew something was not quite right. She kept doing circles. She must have been able to smell me, but... Alright, I'm going to go see if we can find this doe. I guarantee you she's not going to be very far. This is the same stand that Steph shot her bear out of. The last really nice buck I had on cameras was Evans, and we had some pretty good views on that. A lot of people really liked that video. I'll throw a link right down here. Yeah, kind of along the bottom. You can go check out Evans' monster buck, his first bow buck. Huge, amazing. One day I'll have an opportunity at a buck like that again, but till then you got to put some meat in the freezer, right? Alright, let's see if we can find some blood. I'm pretty sure it should be pretty easy to find. Oh, I already... No, that's leaves. Okay. So she was hiding in here. Gotta get the morning. The morning out of my eyes so I can see. A little fuzzy out here. I jumped that doe as I was walking up to the stand, and she kind of just wandered off, and I'm like, I guarantee you she's gonna loop back around, and she looped back around, so I just couldn't pass up that opportunity. Alright, found some blood. Not as much blood as I was hoping for, but got on the trail, see what we can find. There's some more blood right there. Like I said, not a lot of blood. Alright guys, well I'm about probably 30 yards from the stand. I'm getting some spots of blood. And this is the last spot I found. So what I'm going to do is I'm warming up because I'm out trucking around looking for blood now. I'm going to throw my hat on this last spot of blood. So I always have a reference point to come back to. No matter if I move forward or come back. I can't, all of a sudden the frost kind of sometimes melts some of those specks of blood off. And then you won't find them in these fall leaves because a lot of reds and oranges obviously. So I'll throw my hat up in the last spot. Just give you a reference point. I'm really guessing that she followed this trail for a ways, but she's kind of jogged off it a couple times already. So you can actually, this time of morning, you can actually see, all of a sudden there's frost and you can see where she's drug her feet through. I'm guessing this is her path. Yeah, this is her path. Funny how I just said that. She drug her feet through this fresh frost. You can see it in the leaves how it's tore up. There's a glob of blood stuck to a stick up here. Right there. Not really the blood I was looking for. Oh, now it's starting to open up a little bit. I'm pretty sure I made a good shot. We're still only 50 yards from the stand, so this blood started to open up right here a little bit. I'm gonna go back and get my hat, and I'll be right back. I don't know if you guys can see this or not. Here I was looking for a spot of blood, looking on the ground, looking at leaves. Well, I guess sometimes you just gotta look up a little higher. I'm gonna journey ahead and see if I can find some new blood. I got this blood smeared on the branches here, blood on the ground, but this is the last spot I can find blood. This frost is disappearing, so that's kind of not helping. There's nice blood swiped all along the side of these trees right here. And brush, she must have been kind of sliding around on them, bumping up against them, because there's nice just smear marks. She probably tried to make it to the other swamp right over here. Hopefully that's where she's laying. There's some more blood right there. Sometimes you just have to walk around, make a big circle. All of a sudden I could not find any blood. She must have jumped some brush here. As you can see right there's a frozen spot of blood. Like I said, it's not very much blood. I thought at that close range she'd be just a gushing, but that bullet must have went through so fast because she was only 15 yards away that it didn't even get time to expand. But we'll keep moving forward. Hopefully she's laying up ahead somewhere. If not, hopefully I can find her and dispatch her and put her down. She definitely opened back up. She's bleeding a lot better now. She should be up ahead here. Well, the sun's coming up and it is getting cold. Got her. Beautiful doe. She ended up going about 100 yards. Actually, yeah, not that far from the stand, but it was all of a sudden the blood was thin, and then the blood was thick, and then couldn't find it there for a while. Otherwise, I probably would have found it quite a while ago, but beautiful doe. All right, there she be. Nice big doe. Second weekend, I have not seen a nice set of horns on a buck anywhere besides my dad's trail camera. So, been many years since I've just decided to take a doe. But sometimes it's better just to take some does out of the herd. We've got a lot of does and fawns. I mean, you can drive by a lot of our food plots and you're going to see 20 does and fawns. And you're probably going to see a 4-pointer and a 6-pointer and a spike. Which a lot of our neighbors seem to take some of these little bucks out. We try to let them go and we watch them during bow season and stuff like that, but there's nothing you can do about it. Everybody has a different opinion on what a small buck is going to amount to, and you just gotta accept it. So, big doe down. I'm gonna get going on this. I should see where the shot was though here real quick. Yeah, the shot was good. Right there, right behind the shoulder. That's right where you want it. Here, I was kind of second guessing my shot, and I'm usually a really good shot, so I shouldn't do that. But right behind the shoulder, done doe. Time to process. That's probably my second favorite part about deer hunting. You know, I love to see a deer go down on the first shot. The moment you pull the trigger, they fall in their tracks. And just easy, quick. It was a good shot. I made a good shot. It was a heart shot. Right behind the shoulder. But there's just something about tracking an animal that you're hunting. You know, it's that second moment when your adrenaline is up there, you're trying to find it. And that's just part of hunting. A lot of non-hunters, you know, probably are probably totally against what I'm saying right now. But all you hunters will probably agree with me. It's amazing, you know. I knew I made a good shot. I was starting to second guess myself, but I don't normally make a bad shot, especially at that range. I mean, how do you make a bad shot when your gun's sighted in at, you know, it was a 15-yard shot. But I'm glad I found her. I didn't have to. Didn't have to dispatch her. She was already done. Beautiful doe. She just had a lot of willpower. That was an old dry doe with no fawns, and that's usually what I look for. I used to be able to take a doe with fawns. You know, they're old enough to live on their own most of the time this time of year. But there's just something about it. I can't do it anymore. Getting old and soft.
All right, back to this soccer mini chainsaw review. Yes, I am rocking the Crocs. Well, that works slick. The only thing I could possibly recommend, and I already brought this up to them, is if they had an adapter that went on the bottom of it, so you could use like some of the most common tool brands like DeWalt, you know, a few others out there, but I'm a DeWalt guy. Man, I got tons of these 20-volt batteries. If they had an adapter on the very bottom I could hook my DeWalt batteries up to, that'd be awesome. But truthfully, I don't know how long this battery lasts. And if I can take it with and do 5-10 minutes worth of trimming with it around some deer stands, it's perfect. It's exactly what I need. And I don't have to bring a handsaw or an axe or hatchet or anything. Like, this is just quick, easy. Chain was super sharp. Heck yeah, I recommend it. I do not know what the limits of this thing are, but this tree right here is 5 inches across. went through that like no problem. It has this nice guard on the top, which actually pivots out of the way as you're cutting and then goes back into place once you get through. So that's pretty slick. Well guys, overall, I'd recommend it. Nice handheld little unit, 20 volts. The only thing that I can, tell you is it does not have an onboard oiler. You got to have your own lubricant, a little bottle they provide with it, or maybe even a can of WD-40 would be just fine. You're just cutting little branches and trimming and stuff like that, so you just want to oil the bar. 20 volts, sweet little product by Soccer. I'll have a link in the description below. Hope you guys liked that little hunting video. I don't know how it got lost in the folders, but I got a lot of stuff that just never made it out there. I didn't have enough content for a video or something like that. But you know what? I hope you guys have a great deer season. The weather's been changing for the better for, most of the hunters. It's cooled off a little bit. I've seen bucks with their noses to the ground chasing does. And just people getting out in the woods, that's gonna push some deer around. I don't have a lot of good stuff on camera. A lot of those 120, 130 inch bucks, but nothing too great. I haven't had that buck that's like, oh, there's my target buck. So hope for the best, and hopefully the rut pushes something around and it happens. But for the rest of you guys, good luck, have fun, enjoy your family and friends in the outdoors. We'll catch you guys next time.